Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading that was requested from me for a long time ago actually. Um, and it's a tarot reading for TXT members dynamic or relationship. It's Soobin and Yeonjun. So I'm going to do this dynamic reading to see how what's the status of their bond, how do they feel about each other and about their relationship. Of course, I want to make a clarification. As always, I do not support shipping readings nor shipping ideas. So this reading comes from a place of respect. So I ask you to as well to be open-minded and at the same time to be respectful to their energies and the tarot, because it's let's be respectful to the boys and not try to imply anything about that doesn't concern us or is not up to us to know. Let's see just what the cards have to say about this relationship. So let's start. I placed Subin on the left and Yeonjun on the right. So let's start with Subin. Subin got the card of the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Wands. So yes, I was a bit like a bit. I felt a bit weird about seeing this side of him, because I actually perceive him as to be this very optimistic kind of person. Of course, that he is a Sagittarius, and of course that his energy is very friendly and it's very open and it's very like very sweet and spontaneous. But I think that maybe he's going through a moment where actually maybe things are not working out the way he wants to, or he is like feeling a bit nervous lately, probably having some trouble to sleep or to concentrate. And it's weird that actually this is coming out in a reading that has to do with Yeonjun, or with his relationship or his perception of Yeonjun. So probably what the cards have to say from the beginning, it's about some thoughts that sometimes he has about Yeonjun that actually makes him feel a bit guilty. But I think that I don't think there's jealousy. I don't think he feels jealous of Yeonjun potential. But I think that there's something about the way they communicate that somehow he is. Subin keeps things to himself. There are things that he doesn't share with Yeonjun. And I wonder what that is. Of course, that it comes from a place of insecurity, because afterwards it makes him feel guilty. And actually, it makes him feel a bit like paranoid about not being able to share as much as he would like to. Because starting with this Seven of Swords, these all cards talk to me about communication. And I think that maybe deep inside of himself there are things that he feels very insecure about his own potential, or about how confident maybe he shows to others, and actually there are like a lot of things that actually makes him feel anxious and very insecure. But it would be like he hides it, because the Seven of Swords is a card that talks about you keeping information to yourself, especially if we're thinking about the swords, that is a communication. It's like when you select what you share or what you say, or what you communicate and what you don't. So I think that because the King of Wands is also here, I think that it definitely has to do with his self-image, or probably that he has to show himself as this mature and confident person, but actually he does feel a bit insecure inside. And since this is related to Yeonjun, probably there's something about Yeonjun state right now in his own personal development that somehow Soobin feels a bit insecure, as if he was comparing himself to Yeonjun. It's not negative, but it's like he has unconscious fears. He can have also like nightmares, like night terrors. But at the end of the day, he doesn't show it. He just shows this very King of Wands energy. That is that he prefers to show himself as being really confident, or actually of being like very cheerful or funny. It's like he doesn't show his concerns or his weaknesses to others. And I think that sometimes to pretend that he is actually very confident sometimes, or very optimistic sometimes, makes him feel weak inside, because it's like he doesn't allow himself to fully express himself. I think that there's a part of him that is very different from what he portrays. He portrays actually, because if we think about the King of Wands, the King of Wands, it's a character that actually has a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, is very straightforward, they go after what they want, and it represents the element of fire, and Soobin is a Sagittarius. So definitely he has fire energy inside of him. But I remember that his moon is in Pisces, so there's like a bit of sensitivity inside of him. He is very susceptible, or he's very like, since he's very empathic, he sometimes can feel a bit drained, a bit energetically. He can feel a bit down, like a bit like drained, like tired, like it's like in his mind he tries to fix everything on his own, and at the same time, since he is so empathic, he tries to be in everyone's shoes. You know, if he's talking to you, he's listening to you, and if he's talking to someone else, he will dedicate the same amount of energy. So sometimes for him it can be a bit exhausting. And I think that this exhaustion, it's something that he doesn't allow people to see. And I think that when it comes to his relationship with Yeonjun, probably he doesn't show it because he finds Yeonjun to be this very resilient person. Probably he admires Yeonjun a lot, and he had seen Yeonjun growth, and it's like he has this perception that Yeonjun overcomes everything. It's like he's someone that no matter how hard the situation can get, he always comes out with a response, with a result, with a resolution. And I think that he feels pressure himself into him being matching that energy, because I definitely think that they do get along, that their bond is very tight. But at the same time, what caught my attention is what he's keeping from Yeonjun, you know, because if you're really close to someone, of course there you have your right to not speak about everything. But I think that I wonder why he keeps this information to himself. Maybe I think that it's because it has to do with Yeonjun. So to not um I think he feels insecure. I feel he feels insecure. Because if I see the Jeonjun's side, definitely Jeonjun is in a place of a lot of growing and a lot of materialization of his dreams and desires. He's making a lot of dreams come true. Like he's doing really well for himself. So I think that this has to do with actually Subin feeling pressured to actually be as good as Jeonjun. There's no rivalry here. There's no rivalry. But it's just that they are so close. I think that they are like very like almost like brothers. But there's like this huge compenetration and unity in their energies that I think that Subin is like he's always pressuring himself to be his best version. So he doesn't want to let people down, but there are moments where he feels insecure. And there are moments, I think that since we are thinking again, we are talking about swords, I think that what he's hiding is information. So probably also this has to do about the pressure of, I don't know if he is some kind of mediator between the other members and for example the CEO or the managers. I think that he is in charge also of communication and he's like a sort of mediator. So at the same time, this is why I think he's being really cautious about what he says or how he communicates. Because he has a lot of responsibility when it comes to expressing himself with others. And this includes Jeonjun. So probably there's something he knows about the group or about the future of the group that he doesn't have permission to share yet, but he had been informed of this, and somehow he's keeping it from Jeonjun. But I don't think that it's just Jeonjun. I think that it could be about the group actually, and this is why because he feels guilty. This is why I think that it's not rivalry, it's nothing like that. It's not competition. No, it's something difficult to express, and actually this is why he feels a bit restless, like he cannot sleep, like he but at the end we see here the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands it means that definitely he will try to maintain everything under control, and he will maintain himself in this position of power, because when we see the king definitely represents someone that is in control of their environment, of their abilities, of their craft. So even though maybe his mind is full of contradictions and nightmares and like I said, unconscious fears, he's not going to show it. He will still remain very confident and optimistic. So you will not be able to see it. Probably you will be like, and I know that a lot of people think this is the same. And this is something that a lot of Sagittarius sun and moon does, that I catch on that energy pretty soon, is that they always portray this very energetic and optimistic energy. It's like it's really hard for them to stop and show the vulnerable side of themselves, because their energy is so strong and overwhelming that they need to keep going. Sagittarius energy, it's an energy that it talks about hope, and it talks about, yes, you having issues like everyone else, but you having like the motivation to keep going and to just keep going and being like, okay, maybe tomorrow it will be a better day. So this is why it's nothing serious, it's nothing to worry about, but I think that in his mind, his mentally, he is like reviewing a lot of things. So this is not going to affect his bond with Yeonjun, but I think that if it is here, if it was shown here in the cards, it's because somehow this plays a huge role in the way he processes his feelings and emotions. So let's go with Yeonjun. Yeonjun got the Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So very different energy for Soobin. Definitely, he is in a moment where he feels victorious, where he's celebrating, where he is actually like achieving a lot for himself, and he's like showing off almost a bit, like, oh, look what I made, oh look, like he's feeling really good about himself. He's feeling very proud. He had worked really hard to achieve all this recognition, so he's feeling really good about himself, and he is being generous with people around him, and he is being in a good mood. And I think that when it comes to Soobin, definitely Soobin makes him feel happier. Like Soobin is like this very like he's a good influence for Yeonjun. I think that he feels like almost like as if Soobin was like a lucky charm for him. He definitely loves him. He admires him. He feels really full in his heart and in his soul, and emotionally when I think he feels really lucky. I think that he feels really lucky when it comes to Soobin. I think that he feels really fortunate to be able to call him a friend. And I think that also, I don't know much about their dynamic, but I think that in the case of Yeonjun, I think that he definitely has the need to show Soobin off, to be like, he's my friend, to be like, we are friends, like we are a good pair, and I think that he is feeling really good about himself. This is what he's showing me, that he's feeling really good about himself. So as a consequence, his relationship with others are going in a very positive direction, and this includes his perception of Soobin, and probably then we have the Four of Swords. So yes, I think that even though he is enjoying this moment and he's feeling really proud of himself and the group, at the same time he needs some rest. He needs to rest, mentally especially. And I think that there's going to be like some kind of holiday vacation that they're going to go into this period of after they're done with their promotion. I think that he definitely is going to probably like stay away a bit from their like the individual activities, like for example, like I don't know what he was doing, but if he had like some kind of activity, I think that he will focus more on the group, or probably like keep working with the group, but not so much on his own. And I think that this is not a decision that is up to him. I think that it has to do with the company, that the company wants to use his popularity to keep like not to let him do too many like individual activities, because they don't want him to get too comfortable working individually, because they know that he is like a very popular member. So even though they definitely want to promote him, but they want to promote him in order to promote the group, so he is like he's like the first person that caught your attention, and then suddenly you are interested in the group because of him. This is what they want to achieve with his image. So probably now that they are like doing really well with the promotion and with everything that has to do with the group. They will probably have like a short break. And then as we think about the cards that came out for their relationship as an overall, we have the Emperor in reversed, the Ace of Swords in reversed, and the Sun card. So definitely, guys, I don't know what to say about this, because the Emperor in reversed definitely is talking about that there's something about this relationship, and at the same time there's something about themselves not feeling in power. The Emperor is a card that it's very meaningful, it's very important, and at the same time it's very powerful because it's a major arcana, so its meaning is more profound. And when it is reversed, it means that somehow you cannot win. Like, no matter how hard you try to establish yourself, like, there are a lot of limitations. It's like you want to feel powerful, or you want to feel like you had achieved a lot of things and feel proud of that, and actually, like, there's no rest here. There's no rest to appreciate what they had worked so hard on. And then when we have here that we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse also, like missing opportunities for them to actually speak up about what they really want, or to speak up and to tell their own truth. I think that they definitely, what they have in common is that now more than ever they feel this need to, they have this very strong desire to say a few words to someone, or to express themselves like more openly and more honestly. And I think that somehow they are being advised not to. They are like being advised by someone or by people in power that they cannot talk about certain things, or that they cannot express themselves in certain things. And I think that for them it's really frustrating, because definitely, like, I see them together, I see them like they inspire each other to be stronger, to be brave, to be bold, to connect more with their masculine energy. And I think that this Emperor here and everything that is going on here, it has to do with that they are maturing, and that they are entering a phase where they are no longer kids. They are men. They are young men, but they are men. So I think that they definitely want to be more assertive, and they want to be a bit more dominating. I don't know if that's the word, sorry guys if that's not the word in English, but they want to dominate more. They want to be like, okay, yes, we made this, we make this happen. We are proud of everything that we had done for our fans, our hard work, our it's like they have a desire to speak up more, to be more honest. And I don't, but somehow there's someone that is like, no, you cannot say this because that's rude. It's like, you cannot speak about that because that's not very nice. And somehow there's a side of them that they are like, okay, we are tired of being the nice guys. You know, there's like this coming of age, rebellion kind of things, you know, where I think that definitely they are thinking about rebelling themselves being a bit more rebellious. I think that if they keep having these restrictions, because it's like they are growing up, they are grown men now. So I think that there's something about, there are some things that they want to talk about, or there are some opinions that they have that are very strong actually. And at the same time, they had gained so much in the last years that they want to be able to be a bit cocky about it, and to be like, yes, like to be proud. Yes, I did it. I have the love of the fans. The fans love what I do, support me in everything that I do. I feel loved. I feel accepted. Why can I speak up? I think that definitely they don't want to just be like releasing certain songs and just that. They want to be an influence for others at the same time. And I think that this has to do with speaking up, and this has to do about them using their influence to speak about more important issues, or to support different causes, or different to help different entities. They want to get more involved in some kind of charity, or they want to make things right. They want to use their influence to make things right, and to also to stand up for others, and to be righteous, and to be an example for others, but not from a place of, yes, we are all angels here, we are all perfect. No, from a place of human, or to show that they are human as well, and that they care, that they are not just a pretty face. But I see a lot of restriction here. But then the last card, it's the sun. So yes, I think that even though there's restrictions yet, and I don't know who manages them, but there's a lot of restrictions about telling them, oh, you can do this, you cannot do this, don't say that, don't talk like that, don't. And I think that they are getting a bit tired of that. And I think that they both feel the same, because I see them both like wanting to speak up, and they are not yet, they are not having that opportunity yet. But then with the sun here, definitely other possibilities are going to appear on the horizon for themselves. But definitely I see them like doing more activities together. Probably if they have like some kind of proposition or something like that, probably they will do it together, or there's something that they want to do together, and that they are waiting for some kind of approval, and this approval is not happening, or there's a lot of delay. But definitely I see them like joining forces. This is something that it's very dear to them. Probably it's a project or something like that it had been put on hold, and this is why they feel so frustrated, and they want to speak up, and they want to be a bit more aggressive. But I would recommend them to be patient, because like there's no need to get aggressive. It's like they can wait, that actually things will develop the best way possible. I think that definitely they will be able to enjoy a good period of a lot of achievements, and at the same time of being able to have fun, and being able to enjoy themselves. The sun card is a beautiful card. It talks about you connecting with your inner child, and at the same time of you connecting with joy, with joyful moments. You being able to just see the good side of life, see the possibilities, see what's available for you, take it and enjoy it, laugh a little bit more, get out a little bit more, enjoy with your loved ones, just have fun, just laugh, just I think that this is very important. It's very important to to be to have fun. I think that it's not just all about work and work and work. I think that definitely they need some kind of like moments where they can enjoy themselves and be kids again, because there's a lot of frustration in them. Probably there are some restrictions that affect their personal life, so maybe there's like a frustration here that they are manifesting. This is why they want to rebel almost, but they don't know, they do not know how to do it, but they do know that it's not fair for them. But I think that eventually everything will work out, and definitely I see them like being really close to each other and sharing a lot of things with each other, and also being there for each other, and just like that their bond will get like tighter. I think that they will be sharing a lot of moments of closeness, and these moments are about making their hearts feel full and feel the joy, feel the positivity. I think that they are definitely a good influence for each other. So yes, guys, this is all I have for TXT members, for Soobin and Yeonjun. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your recommendations. So if you are a Mo, I would love to hear your feedback. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.